and a bully nigga, good night.
Yeah, baby, know you all the finer things. Cuban links and diamond rings. I know you got designer dreams. Everything's expensive, nothing's typical. Champagne with the movie stars. Flag made back in my garage. Rolexes and Audemars. Everything's expensive, nothing's typical.
I'm talking slick.
Here we from the first ever podcast here at the Plush Studio, Grind Time Podcast. This segment is called Another Day Closer to a Billion. Okay.
Day closer to a billion. I like that.
So the reason why, like I said, I decided to make call Another Day Closer to a Billion, because obviously I feel like every day we wake up, like we're not waking up just to we're after something. Okay. Every day we got goals that we need to reach. Every day we got goals that we want to get to. People, a place to be. We don't just wake up and do nothing, right?
Chasing.
Now. You see what I'm saying? But a billion doesn't technically mean have to be money. You see what I'm saying? My goal, I want $1 billion, and I want to live that, that's what I want. But that's not everything. You see what I'm saying? But every day, every day, the closer you can get to, if you can get one step closer every day, that's better than taking one step back, and that's the lesson learned.
Chasing greatness.
Exactly what it is. That's all we do. Okay? So, like I said, it's whether it be $1 million, $1 billion, a billion worth of sales, $1 billion pictures if you're a photographer, $1 billion clients that you have if you're a doctor. It's just the number $1 billion. That's a big number, and that takes extraordinary work. Right. You don't get to $1 billion on an accident.
Right. It don't get no bigger. So.
You know what I'm saying? You can slip up on 100,000, but you can't your mindset can't slip off on $1 billion unless you win the lottery. And and me personally, I don't believe in the lottery. Okay. Now the person that we got here today. I'm gonna introduce him. This is a guy I know him ever since. How long are you, Dalton?
How old?
Yeah, since he was like
maybe 12 years old.
12. I'm talking about back, like if we stand up, I've known this dude ever since he was like 5'3" playing point guard.
Facts.
You see, this is back in Meadowbrook days. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
We got the man Young Flash. Man, listen, that name go way back.
I don't know who that is.
At all. But let me tell you about something about Dalton. This guy here, this is what you call the definition of resilience. Okay, what resilience is being able to bounce back even though when you've been counted out. Okay, and I feel like a lot of people our age, we both 22. I know you just turned 22, but what you've been through is obviously something like people 40s and people still going on to this day, right? So I just want to talk, let's talk about exactly like where you came from. We kind of, just kind of enlighten where you started. I know you hit some of the obstacles you have. I want to focus more on the obstacles though. Everybody sees we all always see the results, but like you said, he had grind time. We show the grind. Okay, I want people to know like what your mindset was when you're going through those things. I know like I said, no holds barred. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. If you don't, you let me know. It's out. All right. Like I said, now we all know this is all Z over here, all Z's over here, all Z's, right? So first, so I got my man Dalton Joseph here. He's a mentor here at the helping you. What's it called? Helping all youth achieve. Helping all youth achieve, right?
Right.
You're a mentor there now, right?
I'm a mentor, right? I believe in what they stand for. Over there with Mike Scott, help out with the youth. As far as going to the juvenile detention centers, whether it's feeding the homeless, it's just something that me building a relationship with him personally, it just expanded, and he brought me along a part of his team. I support his movement, he supported me and what I have going on, and it's just basically helping the youth achieve.
Now, let me ask you, you were a mentee there first, right? Like you were getting mentored there first, weren't you?
Nah, I met him in the community, just one event in the community. Reached out to him. We know mutual friends. We had mutual friends on Facebook. As far as like he knows Miss D, right? He know Mr. Patterson, and so it stemmed off from there. Like just getting to know him a little bit more. We had a long phone conversation. I basically shared my whole story with him. In the first conversation with him, it's like he real genuine dude. I felt like I opened up to him. I told him about my life. He just told me, man, hey God, how about you just volunteer with us one time? Let's go to I believe it was the juvenile center first. We went out there and talked to the kids, doing the same thing, sharing my story, and just hoping that we just reach that one kid that's going through or maybe still going through what I went through.
Right. Okay. So I mean, let's take it back, right? So I know we all know we had them, them some obstacles growing up, right? So let me ask you, what in the like I want to say what started it all, right? Cause I know last time it's been a minute since I seen you. The last time I want to say, other than last year, was I think it was like before you hit your growth spurt.
Yeah.
Like and then I remember I remember you not getting a little trouble, but it was like it was more of like would you say it was more of your environment that you're in, or was it what was going on through your mind when you first kind of like 15, 16?
Right, first jumped off the court.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on through my mind? Okay, so like Randy said, my name Dalton Joseph. I grew up in the city of West Orlando, Florida, right down Pine Hill. Shout out to West Orlando. Right down Pine Hills, Silver Star 438 Road. I started out, I'm Haitian, so growing up with that type of family in the United States, being the first generation born here, I took the opportunity that was presented to itself lightly, like being born here, but having my whole family who's much older than me, being born in Haiti back home, and so when you're young, you very optimistic, you have these dreams and aspirations, and then reality hits you, and you have a decision to make whether you're gonna chase a dream or reality and become like a product of your environment. So I had when we was around each other for that time in Breezewood, playing basketball, my dream was to go to the NBA.
Facts.
In my household, making good grades. I'm trying to go to the NBA. I'm trying to go to the league. I'm in extracurricular activities, just whatever I can to stay on the right track, keep me out of trouble. But then it got to a point where it's like my parents, nobody was supporting that aspiration. That's not something realistic in the Haitian household. For those of you that's Haitian or have a friend that is Haitian, sports is not really
not at all
the go-to or the way out. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. If it's something that you want, you're supposed to make it happen. And then it turned into where education in my household was the key to better life. That's what started being preached to us. But the older I got, I started looking at my dad upside down, like, okay, if education is the key to better life, then why you dropped out?
You told your dad that?
No, but that's how I'm looking at him. That's how I'm looking at him. Like, I'm being rebellious. I'm starting to get rebellious. I'm starting to become a product of my environment, being around my peers, and
make your own decisions.
I'm starting to make my own decisions. I started noticing that getting good grades just wasn't enough for him. Like getting A/B honor wasn't enough. He wanted all A's, just perfectionist. And once I realized that it wasn't more that I can do to impress him, and I wasn't getting no support coming to my games, I just started kind of hating my dad. Like I started doing my own thing, like whatever made me happy.
Right.
And what I wanted was money. And I was 15 years old, 14, 15 years old. And so what job was out there? Like cutting grass, washing cars. Growing up in my environment, I didn't have enough humility to do a job like that.
Yeah.
So I decided to live a life of crime to get that money at that time. Was it worth it? Nah, but do I regret it? No, because I wouldn't be here today to be able to share with you guys how far I came and it made me who I am today.
I think a lot of times, like at that point where you said you were kind of like hating your dad, not necessarily because he didn't love you. It's just like what the support that he thought that was right, it just wasn't what you were looking for.
It wasn't enough.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I know a lot of times when you start feeling that way, you start going, okay, my parents aren't giving me the love I want. So it's like, okay, well, you're gonna go find it somewhere.
The streets embrace me.
You see, and then the streets gonna tell you what you want to hear. It's that pillow talk.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? About it's the fact. But let's go a step after, right? So afterwards, during that whole time, what was the turning point that made you want to say, you know what? Okay, maybe this may not be it. Maybe this may, let's be the man I really want to become. Like, what was that turning point that really made you want to do that?
Right. Okay. Well, from the get go, like I already knew it wasn't it, cause like, excuse me, although all my partners was in the streets, like I was the one that was like around them, but I already had ambition somewhere else.
Okay.
But then it got to a point I came around and I'm like, I lost hope with all that. You feel me? And this is where I grew up at. So it was, I was embraced instantly. Like, but like when it was time to make those decisions, what made me make those decisions even quicker was when my brother got sent to prison. You remember, Ricky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like when my brother got sent, well, he went, not even when he went to prison, when he was fighting trial, like going through that situation, I seen the years and time that he was up against, and losing friends like BJ, like it really impacted me. Like God, I feel like He allowed certain things to happen to shake you up a little bit to figure out what it is that you really want out of life. And when those two situations transpired, I feel like I started making those. I started asking myself, man, you already know what this life about. Like, are you gonna wait until you next?
So you kind of before that. So right before like that the dramatic event happened, maybe you get arrested.
I was getting arrested.
Get arrested. Maybe you get
moved
like
out my dad's house.
Right. So right before that hit, you kind of had like had a revelation of this may not be okay. I know this isn't the way. So how did you know, like, what was the first thing you did afterwards? After I know this isn't the way, obviously, because I'm not trying, I don't want to end up that way, obviously.
Right.
So what was that first thing you did? Okay, this is the path I need to be on. Like, what was that first thing that hit?
The first thing that hit was isolation. Like, I had to get from around certain folks. I need some time to myself. Like, I was probably battling a depression if you want to diagnose me. Like I was in the house a lot, and that's when I think I got taller. My body finally had a chance to catch up with itself.
Listen,
I was losing sleep and all that. Like,
man,
from house to house, friend house to friend house, couch game, on the floor, wherever. Like, but then when I finally got settled in, like at my mom's house, she got custody of me, and I was on probation. I had curfews, but when I finally isolated myself and just like start answering the phone for certain people and just giving myself some time to think.
That's not easy.
That's not it.
That's
yeah.
I know
that's
it's what like the that's why you can say we know isolation is the key, but like
got all social media.
It's
everything.
Listen, I know
I disappeared.
I know for a fact for me, like just when you isolate yourself from even people you're not cool with, it's like it's hard to avoid them. It's hard. That's hard to do.
Right.
That's just not something that you so used to seeing this person talking to this person. So like the fact that at the time how old were you?
I probably was like 17, 18, getting ready to turn 18.
You see what I'm saying? Already
or maybe 18 already. No, I was getting ready to turn 18.
Right, 18. I mean, you 7 like right when they came, the gate of adulthood.
Right.
Like right into there. You were dealing with people. 18-year-olds, obviously, 18-year-olds.
I was already running, right.
Yeah, with 18-year-olds, the biggest thing they probably got to deal with is like, what party we going to this weekend. But the fact, as soon as 18, that's more of that's a life decision.
Right. And
the fact that at 17, you knew that I need to isolate myself
and get a job.
I need like
I told myself
like, and that's not easy.
Be that fast money alone, like I ain't have like my mindset like. From the last time you saw me, it was completely different. Like I got tattoos on my neck. Like jaw wasn't in the picture no more. Like that's how I was gonna die. How I was living. I lost hope in education, school, all that. Like
and this was like 16, 17, right?
15, 16. But then when I finally got a grip, when I told you that, like that time came where I had isolated myself, I was like, man, just switch lanes a little bit. Just get out the fast lane and just get that slow money. Like, go get a job. And when I got a job, I was working like construction, hard labor. I'm with older folks. I'm like a carpenter helper. I'm working with them. 18th birthday, I opened a bank account. I opened my first bank account. And while I'm working with these construction workers, it's 5, 6 in the morning. I got to clock in. I'm working at a temp agency. So it's not even a real job, but it's a job.
It's every day.
Every day, if you
get paid.
find something, you find something. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
And so when I'm there, I'm working with a carpenter. Like, I guess he had he related to me a lot. We gotta like start asking personal questions, stuff like that. He was like, man, why you ain't in school, Dalt? He used to call me Walking Dalt. I'm like, man, this man a trip. Big guy. I mean, I remember his name was Warren. He was like, why you ain't in school? I was like, man, I had dropped out, but I'm working on my GED right now. You know, I had said something. Because I had just came from seeing the class of 2015 graduate. That's my class, my graduating class. And when I seen them walk, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be up there. Like, I don't care what nobody say. When you see that, when you see them people graduate, you feel some type of way. Like, you feel like you let yourself down or something. Like them 12 years or 10 years. Because I dropped out in the 10th grade in 2013. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get my GED. I was at alternative schools. I stopped going there and just was like, man, I'm just gonna get my GED. They was encouraging me to get my GED. And so he was telling me, man, just call off work one of these days, go take that test. I went and took that test, came back, they like, what happened? All the staff, everybody, they wanna know what happened. Like, I'm like, I got it, man. You should have seen the construction site, man. They went crazy. Like, the support was real, the love was real. Then it was like, what's next? You gonna go to college? I was like, man, I don't even know how to sign up for college. He get on the phone. You know, carpenters, they keep a piece of wood and a little he get on the phone. He make a phone call. He write down all the steps for Valencia.
Man, that's love, bro.
Yeah, he wrote all the steps down. He like, man, you gotta pay a $35 fee. This, and that. Your financial aid, all that.
Shout outs to him.
I did all that, and that was with the help of him. And when I shared the news with him that I'm in and all that, like, it's crazy. I had to cut back from work, of course, but me and him, like, I used to call him, try to keep him posted. But I think God just sent people in your life for certain reasons, seasons. And like, if I ever run into him again, you know, I'm gonna let him know how I'm doing. He gonna see how I'm doing.
100%.
For sure.
Cause that's what, like, I know a lot of young dudes, man. They have no. I know me growing up, I didn't grow up. I grew up with my dad, but my dad passed when I was young. So,
I didn't even know that.
You see what I'm saying? So, actually, it's crazy. Tomorrow's actually his birthday.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? So he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the man that
Shout out
got
to
me.
Pops.
Facts. So I don't like. So I grew up single. Single household. Mom, she got me everything I needed.
Mommy.
You already know. So like I said, I know when you don't have that support system, it's kind of hard. So I know when me hearing that, like 18 years old, like they went crazy for it, and that's just like to hear that, like I just know good people out there. You see what I mean? So as that time was going on, right? Let me ask you, like, what I know there were like, because I know anytime you decide to do something great, you already know there's an obstacle. There's that devil looking. It's like, listen, look, he gonna be right back down here in the next whatever months. I know there's always like a hiccup that's trying to take you down. Right. What were some of those that you faced, and how you kind of went across them?
I mean, getting in construction, that was pretty easy. That's one job that's available for, ex-criminals, former criminals, things like that. But when it was them job applications, man, like, not getting no response from a lot of these jobs that I was applying for, those are like everyday hiccups. But like, the big hiccups was, okay, so now I'm at Valencia. I'm taking classes, trying to figure out what's my major gonna be. I just picked something. I'm gonna be a firefighter. That's the closest lifestyle to someone in the street. They out all day, 24 hours, and then they sleep 48. I mean, they off 48 hours. It sounds like the lifestyle I wanted to, live. Then I start volunteering with them. The people at Valencia, Bridges to Success, they plugged me in with the right people. I was in the Explorers program, Orange County Fire Rescue Explorers program. I'm almost there. Like I'm rubbing shoulders with firefighters, getting to know what it's like to be one. So they see my face so much, they gave me a job opportunity
to be a firefighter.
Yeah, they had a sponsorship program where they was just hiring, like recruiting people, and they see my face so often, they gave me an application. I'm filling out the application. They right by me, so they telling me, yo, go ahead, fill it out, get it back to us. I'm looking through the application. Boom, I get to the criminal history part. I'm like,
that's the tough
there's not enough space in the box for me to explain my situation. So I'm like, hey, so and so, I'm not gonna say the name or whatever, but I'm like, so and so, you know, this application, I don't know what to put right here. You know, I got a criminal record. He like, oh yeah. Like the whole demeanor changed, like the whole atmosphere changed, the whole vibe changed, man. And so he had gave me a different application, like a bigger one. Like that's for the other people. Like, so I fill out the application. And you know I submitted. Now it's time to do the I forgot what the CPAT.
Now explain what I don't know what that is.
For those of you, for people that want to be firefighters, anything like that, the CPAT is like the physical ability test. Where it's like they train you've been training for so long to pass this test. You take the test, and then after that you take the test, and then you got to do a written test. So now I'm going in. I did my physical ability test. I didn't pass.
The physical test?
Yeah, I didn't even pass, man. Like, believe it or not.
But
like,
I mean, that test is kind of
it's rough. Like a football player they struggle with that. A former football player, they struggle with stuff like that. Like but anyways, we get to the written part.
Possible,
Right. Like I could have went back and take it again, but this is the hiccup. I'm getting to the hiccup. So now it's time to take the written test. I go there, you know, with my ID. They tell me I've been disqualified from the application process.
Wow. So they just told you just like that. They just said, hey, listen.
Yeah, like my name not on the list. Then I get an email and I get a letter in the mail saying that I've been disqualified.
And this is after, like you done pulled up and they were getting ready to.
Yeah, like I'm disqualified. I'm not their criteria and this and that, and I'm assuming it's the juvenile record. You know, my juvenile record. Like stuff that I did before I was even 18 years old following me. So anybody who feel like charges don't follow you, if you don't go to adult jail and things like that, you still got to say you've been arrested before. So
even if like,
keep yourself clean, keep your face clean out here.
Let me ask you, even if let's say you got arrested when you were 17, you were a child. Afterwards, charges drop, 18 years old. That can still.
Yeah, charges drop, but you gotta understand with a job like that, that's a government job. So.
Okay.
Even they got a question on there that said, have you ever even had something sealed or charges dropped? Have you ever played no contest? Have you ever played not guilty? Like, there's plenty of questions that's going to figure out if you've ever been in the system. And you got to be honest. If you're not honest, that'll disqualify you. They're going to find out anyway. So that's why it's best to just, you know, stay out of jail, stay out of trouble.
So that was
a hiccup that I had went through. And it caused me to change my major when I was in school. Like my guidance counselor, they said, what's your plan B? Because this one look like it ain't gonna work. I mean, if it was around, like if I was real ready, I could have kept going for it, you know, kept going. I ain't have to, but I asked myself, was the fight worth it? Did I really want that? Like I was looking at it like a sign from God telling me to just go somewhere else. I got a different plan for you. I know you want to help people because I just want to do something.